Hey guys, this week's episode we go over the good and bad and ugly of the week. We assess kind of where teams are at based off of where we thought they were going to be at the beginning of the season. And then we also compare some players to some breakfast food. So you want to stay tuned for that one. Enjoy.
Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Tailgate podcast. With the latest news and fantasy football insights are your hosts, Howard and
Will. Welcome to the Fantasy Tailgate podcast with Howie and Will.
What's up, guys? It's like you always have a moment of like so much doubt that you're going to get the name wrong.
That's exactly what it is.
Walking into the shit. Oh, yeah.
It's like, am I? Because for a second I'm about to say it, and I was like, am I saying it right?
Right.
Then I just say it. I was like, oh, I did.
Yeah, you do
anyway.
well.
So how's it going?
It is what it is.
Yep. How was your week in fantasy football?
It wasn't the greatest weekend. I'm not doing super great this year. A couple leagues I'm doing okay, and some I'm not doing okay.
You're glossing over the headline. I beat you in
no.
maximum effort. Yeah.
Was it that league? I thought it was a different league.
I think you beat me in Walker Down the River.
I thought that was the league you beat me in.
Oh, we can easily find out.
Damn it. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Yeah, congratulations. Good job.
Hey, just for the record, just for people, the content is during during playoffs too, I always lose to Will. Always. It's like every once in a while I squeak in a win, like once every couple years, and we're talking about 2 times a year that we're playing each other. It's like, I don't know how many times.
This is our Dynasty League here.
Yes, the Dynasty League. And it's like, I don't know how many times I've lost water bets to you.
Right. Yeah, you beat me by like 26 points this week. So.
Yeah, it could have been. You could have probably pulled it out of it because my team looked shitty.
Well, mine was because of Dontavian Wicks, Debo Samuel, George Pickens, Marvin Harrison, and Jordan Mason all not deciding to play football this weekend. So that's cool.
Well, most of my team played pretty good. Even the ones that got injured in the didn't even finish the game out, like Nico Collins. He got me freaking 14 points, which usually doesn't happen when you get injured in the beginning part of the game.
That reminds me, since we're talking about Nico Collins, he was placed on IR.
Yes.
As of this recording this morning. So Wednesday morning.
Yes. So Wednesday morning, which is after waivers already happened. And
not that you're really picking up any other Texans wide receivers, like Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs should already be rostered mostly.
This situation, I might end up not having any draft picks next year.
Okay.
Because I might be going out and looking for trades. And guess what? The number one weapon I have is my number one draft pick.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. So I'll figure it out.
Yeah, unless someone wants to trade me a rookie quarterback for Josh Allen. I was hearing on other sources that both Josh Allen and Mahomes have been downgraded to streamer picks.
Yes, I have heard that as well, and it feels weird.
It does.
It's Josh Allen. It's Pat Mahomes. Like, you start him every week, but you can't. They're not doing good right now.
Well, you can possibly start him every week if you have like a star running a league-winning running back or a league-winning wide receiver.
Yeah.
Which with Nico Collins, I had one.
Oh, yeah.
And, Breece Hall ain't
hurting a little bit.
Doing much.
Yeah, we'll bring him up a little bit later.
Yeah. So, other news. I don't know if anybody can see. Well, no one can see this, but I am wearing a number 3 on my shirt because I got Russell Wilson update today.
The Russell Wilson minute.
From what I understand, he's going to get his first start this week.
Did something happen to Justin Fields? Did I miss that?
I don't know. I just think that they're like, that's what I understand is that they're going to be putting him in.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
I understand that. If he's not injured, why?
Well, maybe he's just much better now, and they're like, you know what? Let's see what Russell can do. First 5 games. It could be like the other. What was the other team? They says, oh, we're going to have the Raiders. The Raiders are talking about, we're having a competition for our quarterback. Doesn't that happen during the preseason?
Well, and they pulled Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
After the game and put in Aiden O'Connell. So
it's like, and now he's not willing to say who's the quarterback. It's like, we're going to have a competition for it.
Well, it's I forget who said the quote. I think it might have been Madden. I could be wrong, but somebody said like way back in the day, like if you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have a quarterback.
Exactly.
If you have any doubt of who your quarterback is, it's because the quarterbacks you have aren't good enough to be that guy.
Yeah, it's time to maybe make a move and get yourself a quarterback.
Yeah, or just like come to terms and be like, all right, this is our season. I guess we're going for next year.
Yeah,
Which no NFL team is gonna blatantly do that. Like behind the scenes, maybe a little bit.
Maybe they need to try to go out and get Joe Flacco.
He's already on the. Where is he right now? The Colts.
The Colts, yeah. Oh, yeah, he is going to get some.
Yeah, they're not
time.
Flacco. He's already been playing, and he's been doing great. Better than freaking Anthony Richardson.
It's just so funny. Flacco has turned into that. Oh my God! What's his name?
Old man floater.
Huh?
The old man floater just goes around to teams, people getting hurt, and he just comes in and saves the day. Oh, it's Patrick.
Yes, that's the one I'm thinking of. I'm glad you.
Mid sentence, I was like, wait, I know who he's talking about.
Yeah, Fitzmagic.
Yeah,
he's turned into the guy that
totally is. Holy crap!
He's horrible. He's horrible for numbers, good for fantasy, and he scores touchdowns.
Yeah, you just can't rely on him to be the dude all season and lead from the beginning.
He's going to have more interceptions than anything, but he's going to score enough points.
That's great for fantasy. If you throw interceptions, it's going to mean you're probably on the field a little more, and you're going to have to keep throwing and get touchdowns.
Yep. So, yeah. All right. You got anything else you want to chat about?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
The price of eggs, price of milk.
I never look because I know I'm going to buy them anyway, so I just put them in the cart. There's no point in freaking out over the price. I'm going to drink it, I'm going to eat them, so I got to buy them.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so let's get down to business.
Do it.
The good, the bad, the ugly. Wah, wah, wah.
It's the good, the bad, and the ugly.
All right. We're just going to take turns, right?
Yeah, sure.
On all three at once. So I got, how many do you got?
I have kind of the 5, I want to say top 5, but bad and ugly aren't top. I have basically 5 from each position for each.
Oh, okay.
And then bad and ugly, I kind of merged into one kind of in my.
How about you start with your good?
All right. Who do I want here? I'm going to go with Kirk Cousins. He was 42 of 58, 509 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Wow, I went so quick on picking mine, I completely forgot about him.
Oh yeah, he freaking killed it. Oh, Kirk
Oh,
Rivers.
maybe I was looking for Kirk Rivers.
Yeah, just because you changed his name doesn't mean he did, man.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Then am I going bad and ugly next?
Uh, yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm going to go. I mentioned it earlier. Brees Hall. We were going to bring him up. We're bringing him up again. He was
Brees Hall.
terrible. He had
Yeah.
9 carries for 23 yards, caught 3 of his 4 receptions for 14 yards. It didn't look good, man. And then my ugly, I'm actually going to go Sam Darnold. Threw the ball 31 times, only completed 14 of them for 179 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. He actually ran the ball 5 times, but only picked up 11 yards.
See,
For what
that's
he
the
has been doing, like that, not even close to what he's been doing.
that's the sad part because we just put Sam Darnold in a tier with quarterbacks that getting a second chance and actually kicking ass, and then he kicked his own ass in the next game.
Well, and I think it was a couple weeks ago. I think I mentioned like not being so sure on Sam Darnold. Like he might go back to being Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
I think I was just a week too early.
Yeah.
But
Well, players
this
like
could be
that usually goes back,
well,
It's like
yeah,
they have their flashes.
yeah. Looks like a duck, sounds like a duck. Like it's probably a duck, man.
MR Ducks. Okay. All right. My good. Um, I'm gonna bring up is Brian Thomas, the rookie,
It's a good one.
because it's. I mean, he's been consistent and doing good every week.
Yeah,
So,
he's been
and
a solid week, especially for a rookie.
I have him on my team, and I love it.
I have him on a couple teams. I think I had him on the bench in a couple leagues, unfortunately, this last week. Probably why I lost.
And my bad performance, it's someone we brought up once before. Actually, both of them are brought up once before. Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually to the point where I'm getting irritated with those guys too, and kind of worrying.
I had him on the list. Yep.
Because if he was his old self, I probably could have won another game.
So he did have 331 passing yards, which is pretty damn good. No touchdowns, 1 interception.
Yeah.
Like
That's the problem. No touchdowns.
you throw over 300 yards and not one of those was a touchdown.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's like the quarterback stats and the way it's scored is low enough. If you're not getting in the end zone, you're not getting those good points.
Well, and he doesn't rush a ton. Like he
Right.
ran the ball 6 times and got 22 yards. So like that's not enough to make up for the fact that he didn't throw a touchdown.
Did you watch that game?
I have watched parts of it, not a whole lot of it.
Was it me or was Andy just instead of playing with a regular playbook, he pulled out his trick playbook, and they were doing all kinds of trick plays.
I feel like they always try to do that anyway.
Oh, really? Okay, maybe I just don't watch them enough.
Are you talking about the Kelsey freaking like pitches?
No, I mean, it just seemed like they were doing different types of plays, like pitching forward, and like when they were at the goal line.
He's always kind of been,
Yeah.
really, I don't want to say progressive, but progressive with his play calling. He could be trying some new stuff. I don't know.
Although that one play with Kelsey was pretty damn awesome.
Well, so I heard that, like, obviously him pitching the ball back, like, super dangerous, dude. What if it gets fumbled? But I guess they've actually been practicing those, like, in practice. So, like, it's something they've been working on.
It seemed like he was there at the perfect time, and it seemed like it was almost planned. It was like, oh, he was supposed to be there. Especially
Well, yeah,
since
he's probably not going to do it if he sees somebody obviously coming over and be like, oh, wait, that guy's going to like block this and pick it up. Like he's probably not going to pitch it then. Like,
Because Kelsey was cocking back before he even looked over. Like he knew that there was going to be someone there. He's
Yeah.
like, he
Well, yeah,
goes
'cause
he
they've
goes
been working on it in practice. So like
Yeah,
it's probably one of those like, hey, if we can do this, we're looking. If not, it's cool.
That was like a third. It was like a third and 27 or 28 or something like that. Some god awful number, and they ended up almost converting the first down.
I mean, at that point, like you might as well try. Like you're probably not getting that many yards on just a regular play. So like, why not try it?
But instead, it came up as the next down. They end up getting the first down
Oh, yeah.
because of that play. And the commentators are like, "Well, heck, they're converting third and something," you know.
But if it's not converted, then they're going to talk shit about it. Like, oh,
Oh,
why
no.
would you do that?
If it was blocked or the guy fumbled the ball or
Why
it
would
didn't
you
work
do
out.
that?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right, my ugly was the Ravens defense.
Okay. Just the entire defense.
The entire frickin' defense, especially on fantasy wise, because they scored 1 point.
Oh, damn.
I was not happy.
Who were they playing this last week again? Do you remember?
They were playing They were playing.
I know the defense was playing defense. Thanks, sorry.
I believe they played. God damn it, Howard.
I didn't know this was going to be
Cincinnati.
Okay, thank you.
And Cincinnati scored 38 points. They allowed 3 sacks. Oh, no, they got 3 sacks. No. And the biggest thing is allowing 38 points.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's hard for you to get any fantasy points when you give up that many real life points.
Yeah, so.
And if you're giving up that many points, you're probably not getting the sacks and the interceptions and all that stuff.
And I probably won Benchwarmer of the Week. Since my Green Bay's defense scored 14 points.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Yeah, whatever. It's all good. All right. Back to good.
I am going with Tank Bigsby from the Jacksonville Jaguars. 13 carries, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 reception, 28 yards. I don't know what's going on with ETN. I don't remember if he's hurt right now, but Bigsby's starting to get some work.
Yeah.
This isn't the first week he's been somewhat relevant. Well, this week he was very relevant, but you also my second bad, I am going to go with the other quarterback we mentioned earlier, Josh Allen. He attempted 30 passes, completed 9 for 131 yards, 1 touchdown. So it got him 1 spot ahead of Patrick Mahomes in fantasy finish this week. 4 rushes, 54 yards. It's not what you want from Josh Allen.
No.
And then my other ugly, I am going to go with, I'm going with Marvin Harrison. He was targeted 7 times, caught 2 of them for 36 yards. Not what
Not good. Not good at all.
You drafted the dude as your first or second player.
Yeah.
And putting up freaking 36 yards. Come on, man.
He's supposed to be really good. I mean, is it really the player or is it just the freaking team that he's on?
I mean, he's really kind of the only option, so he should be doing better. Like,
yeah.
What happened those 5 times he didn't catch the ball when he was targeted? Like, was it like an out of bounds kind of thing? Like, was it Kyler fucking up the throw? Was it Marv just not catching it?
I'm almost my thing is I don't like Kyler Murray. I don't know if he's that great of a quarterback. My opinion only.
Fair enough.
But I mean, he has not proved himself yet.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
He's been injured more than anything.
I mean, it's great for fantasy, but yeah,
Right.
NFL. I mean, he's good. Don't get me wrong. But when's the last time Arizona was in like Super Bowl talk?
Yeah, and it depends also on the offensive line too. I mean,
Oh yeah,
it could be just a team, a whole. The whole team sucks.
well, yeah, fair enough.
So
We're working on it. Why am I defending Arizona? I don't
I
like
know.
Arizona. Like they're in the Seahawks division. No, keep sucking Arizona. Good job.
All right, my next good, DJ Moore. He's been pretty on top of things.
Yeah, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns on 5 receptions.
You're so quick with those stats. Call you the stat man.
He was on my list for good too.
Stat man.
I don't know why I want to go. Ooh. I cannot sing. I am so sorry for that, guys. Somebody probably just crashed their car. Like, what the fuck was that? I don't even know if that came over. Like, I don't know if she was right. Anyway.
Okay, DJ Moore, he's just kicking ass. He's just, he's just having a good year. So,
yeah,
and,
like we didn't really know of the 3 who was really going to stand out in that offense, and kind of looks like DJ Moore right now.
So, and my bad, which forgive me, I pivoted because Josh Allen was my other bad. So I picked another one, which he's kind of borderline bad and just ugly, but George Pickens or G Pickens from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's George Pickens.
It is. Oh my God, I got his name right. I didn't rename a player.
I mean, you tried to after, but you had your original was correct. Yeah, he caught 3 of 7 for 26 yards.
Yep, that's not what you want for a wide receiver.
No. Now I'm
And
curious.
they just barely lost that game too.
Yeah, that was a pretty close one.
It's like 17-20. It's like, damn. But yeah. So, and my ugly.
Okay.
Brees Hall.
Wasn't he my bad, Howard?
He might have been your bad, was he?
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay, I can change it. Jordan Mason. I think it's
Okay,
Jordan.
Yes.
Damn it. I got that name right. 14 carries, 89 yards. I mean, in retrospect, not too bad far as a rushing standpoint, but a fumble lost and a fumble.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You got to hold on to the damn ball.
Yeah.
He only ended up with and didn't have any touchdowns, which,
That whole team kind of crapped the bed this week, I think.
Yeah.
I think anybody really did good on the 49ers.
And I am happy as hell about that. 49er, I don't like you.
Speaking of the 49ers, do you think Christian McCaffrey's coming back this season?
I don't know. What's his injury again?
Something with his Achilles? Achilles tendonitis. But then it somehow it's gone over into the other foot. I don't think that's how that. I don't know, man. He was in Germany at some point.
If somebody's doing some voodoo magic on that boy.
Something, man. But did you hear that Shanahan apparently knew before the season started that this was a possibility and just didn't say anything?
That's the thing. It's like they need to be investigated.
Yeah, like, dude, come on.
If he's had this injury this whole time and he's not on the injury report, that's failure to report.
Well, yeah. Well, and yeah, not even from like the fantasy side of it. Fantasy side, like that's shitty, man. It's a pretend game, whatever. It's not that big a deal. Pretty sure that violates actual NFL rules.
I believe so too.
You knew this was happening. You're supposed to report it.
Right. And then all of a sudden week 1, oh, he's injured. He's not playing.
Oh yeah,
He
and
has,
then he's on.
he has an issue with his Achilles.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, they're
Yes.
probably gonna get looked into a little bit.
I think since it is an Achilles injury, I don't think he's coming back this year.
I don't think so. And I don't know exactly what Achilles tendonitis entails, but at least he didn't like what is it, rupture the Achilles or tear the
Right.
Achilles or whatever.
Well,
At least
I
he didn't
mean,
do that.
but if they're not careful with this and they put him on the field too soon,
Oh
he
yeah.
might mess up his Achilles big time.
Oh yeah, and that's probably I assume why they're taking
Their
so many
sweet time.
precautions right now. They're
I mean,
not
but
it, so I don't think he's coming back this season.
but
Doctor.
his replacement hasn't been doing horrible. Just 1 week.
Sure. Little sneak peek. We might be talking about that guy later.
Oh, okay.
One of our segments.
Nice. And then I have one honorable mention at good. Everybody beware. I'm just going to drop a kicker down on your ass.
Jesus. If it's not the kicker I'm thinking it is, like
Justin Tucker.
Oh, yeah, no. That's what I thought it was.
Justin Tucker had 13 points.
Nice.
2 for 2 in field goals.
Knowing you, I should have seen Justin Tucker coming.
I'm sure there was another one out there.
Brandon Aubrey's been like all freaking one of my leagues can talk about because he's like outscoring a lot of wide receivers and stuff. It's crazy.
I might be putting Tucker on the trading block and try to get one of these younger kickers that are going to eventually take over for Tucker. You know,
yeah, Tucker's probably on the downhill side of things
at
this point in his career.
He's been on top for.
He's still very good.
How old is the maximum effort league?
Ooh.
We've been doing it for like 6 years.
6, 7, something like that.
Yeah. I've had Tucker on my team ever since the beginning.
Oh, really? The entire time?
He's one of my inaugural players.
So this is the seventh fantasy season for that league.
Yeah. And I've enjoyed Justin Tucker on my team forever.
He's been pretty solid, probably most of those years.
Well, that's why I keep him on here. Same with the Ravens defense. Usually the Ravens defense, you can just plug them in and they get you 10 points, you know?
Yeah. And they have like those crazy good games, but they probably don't typically have those like super shitty games. Middle of the road.
It's division games. That's the things you need to worry about is division games.
Well, yeah. Yeah, those are always weird ones, no matter what division it is.
Yeah. That's how you could always have the Arizona Cardinals come into Seattle and they suck, and Seattle's doing pretty good, and Arizona beats the Seattle Seahawks in overtime.
Yeah. Or all those
really
games where the Rams sucked and they came here and they just freaking stomped us. Like, dude, what?
Or the opposite effect that they come into town and we suck to begin with, and they're high flying offense, and we almost beat them.
Yeah,
with a really high score. You know, I've seen those before. It's like, how the hell is Seattle coming out with this much offense?
Well, and I feel like it happens in every division. Like,
yeah,
you see those teams more than any other team, so like you pick up on tendencies a little more and just know them a little better.
Okay. Oh, excuse me, everybody. A little Yanni, not the performer. Isn't there a children's performer called Yanni?
I have no idea.
No. Okay, never mind.
Maybe I no clue.
Hey, if I'm correct or if I'm even wrong and you want to yell at me, email us.
Yeah, leave a comment. Tell us if Howard was right.
Yes, please interact with us. Then we have something more to talk about. All right, so we got a new segment. Not sure what to name it.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't really think that far ahead.
So basically what we did, we came up with a couple teams to where we at the beginning of the year, we think they're going to do a certain thing, be a certain either good or bad, and they kind of flip flopped it, and they're actually better than we expected, or worse than we expected. So, I think we'll just take turns, and I'll let you go first with your first one.
All right. A team that I expected to be very, very bad, and it's actually really surprised us, is the Minnesota Vikings. They had JJ McCarthy, rookie quarterback. Rookie quarterbacks normally don't start off so hot. He gets hurt, and now it's Sam Darnold. No, do I really need to say anything else? But they're freaking 5-0. Sam Darnold had a revival. Kind of came back down to earth a little bit this last week, but I mean they still won the game, so did not see that one coming at all.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
Jerking off your mic there. There.
okay.
Sorry.
I was trying to see if adjusting my mic would help with the echo because I still got a little echo.
Did it?
So, anyways, you want to do your not good or your worse, or are we going to do that? Or are we going to just do one list at a time?
Well, you said back and forth, so that implies that I did one and you did one.
Okay, so my better than expected, my top one is the Commanders.
Mhm.
They are 4-1, and you definitely didn't really expect them to be this way, especially with a rookie quarterback.
Oh.
And I'm excited to see where the Redskins go from here. Commanders. Oh, sorry. Commanders. Oh, no.
Coming Howard, not me. I'm an innocent bystander in this situation.
Yeah. I think we're untouchable right now.
Yeah, right. A team that is much worse than I expected is Cincinnati. There's always such high hopes for them. Joe Burrow, freaking Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. They're 1-4. They're not looking so great right now. Maybe Joe Mixon was more important than they realized. I don't know. Yeah. It's not turning out how I thought it would for Cincinnati.
Yeah. Cincinnati is definitely not. I almost put them on my list, but I didn't. Oh, no, never mind. I do have them on my list. Duh. I didn't write Cincinnati. I wrote Bengals.
Oh. I know sometimes I write like the abbreviation. Sometimes I write out the whole thing. Sometimes I write like the team name, not the city.
Yeah, I have I'm all over the place with that. So my not good. We expected them to be a lot better since they showed a lot of signs last year, and they pretty much brought back kind of the same team. Well, added a few other people, and that's the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I expected them to be a lot better. I mean,
see, I
Trevor
did not
Lawrence.
have expectations for that team, so
You didn't? Oh,
no, they were kind of what I expected. That's why I didn't bring them up.
yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you had high hopes for them, yeah.
Yeah, I thought they would be a lot better. I mean, they ended the season great, but whatever.
I think overall for me, I'm not a big Trevor Lawrence fan. I don't think he's that great. And Doug Peterson has proved before in Philly that he's great for a season or two, and then he just can't keep coaching a team after that.
Oh, I get it. This is his down year.
Yeah. He probably won't be there. Oh, news we forgot to talk about.
Oh.
Robert Saleh, former head coach of the New York Jets, got fired.
Yes.
I think it's one of the coordinators took over, I believe.
I heard that yesterday.
Defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich will be interim head coach. And I heard heard something about he had to be escorted off the premises. I don't
Oh.
think it was a pleasant departure.
Well, I mean,
It's the
yeah.
first time that this Jets ownership has fired a coach midseason.
See, yeah, that's the thing. It's like,
And it's been proven that like
I don't know.
it doesn't really work. Like they'll probably have a really good couple games. They'll probably win, and then it's just going to go back to what it was. Happens almost every time.
Right. And I'm trying to get to, does it show anywhere as their offensive coordinator?
Ooh, not that I've seen. I can try to
Or
find
where you were reading it?
it. Mine was just a little blurb I found on my phone. I took a screenshot of it.
Okay. See, they shouldn't have fired the head coach. I can't stand this coach. I wish he would
Oh, he's
quit.
not a good coach.
And that's Nathaniel Hackett.
Okay. Is he the offensive coordinator?
He's the offensive coordinator. They retain him. I don't know why. It's the play calling probably. I mean, it's the offense that is killing them.
Well, yeah, and Salah's never really been an offensive guy. Like I'm pretty sure he's a defensive guy.
He's a defensive guy. It's the offensive coordinator. Get the hint. Nathaniel Hackett sucked as a head coach. He's not doing any good in New York. They should have fired the offensive coordinator first.
Headline from CBS Sports: Robert Saleh considered firing Jets offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett prior to getting his.
Oh my gosh! So he got the
Saleh
axe
was-
before he could.
Yep, Saleh was going to bring up getting rid of Hackett, but apparently higher ups had a different plan.
Well, at least the Jets did not bring him up to be the head coach.
Yeah, so there's a little glimmer of hope, I guess, for him.
So when they find out that they're going to continue to lose with this offensive coordinator, well, they're going to find out.
Yep.
I wonder if Aaron Rodgers had anything to do with that.
Oh, probably. He fucking whines about everything he can and gets his way. It's like a spoiled child.
Yeah.
I'm not. Rodgers is a great quarterback. He just seems like a whiny little bitch.
He is. He
Suck
really
it up,
is.
Rodgers.
So
They're another one of those teams where I thought they were going to be much better. And right now they're 2-3, and now they're having all this stuff with the coach. And it's not looking that great for them either.
I don't really have him on my list. But
I didn't really highlight them, but now that I'm thinking about it, and with the Saleh news and everything, just with Rodgers coming back, I think there was all that hope, and with Garrett Wilson, still kind of hope that he's going to turn into what everybody thought, but he's not really.
yeah. So, where were we? Did you do your second better?
I don't remember.
Oh, for better or worse. There we go. That's a good name for it.
There you go. There you go.
I should write that down so I don't forget it.
I did have a couple that I just highlighted. They're pretty much what we were expecting. Like Carolina, they're 1-4. I think everybody pretty much saw that one coming.
Oh, Carolina, yeah.
Yeah. Las Vegas, 2-3.
That was one of the teams that's
Back right now, kind of saw that coming.
until the Raiders actually do something good. I'm gonna always think they're losers.
Yeah, fair assumption. Sorry, Raiders fans.
Sorry, I mean, I would love
Houston.
for you to do something.
Yeah, right. Houston, they're 4-1. I was pretty much expecting that, so they're not disappointing anybody. I did put down Pittsburgh as being better than I thought, because I know you had hope for Russell Wilson and Super Bowl. I did not. They're 3-2. They're not doing terrible. We'll see if Russell Wilson gets in there and fucks that up.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I'll be rooting for him.
Oh, we know you will.
The Russell Wilson truther right here. Although I was talking to some coworkers, it's like, yeah, he might be ready to retire.
Yeah.
I'm the
Especially if
first
he
one.
doesn't get in this season at all, I wouldn't be surprised.
All right. So Pittsburgh was your better?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you already said the Vikings, right?
Yes.
I hate to bring this team up, but at 3-2, Denver is a lot better than I thought they would be.
Yeah. Yep.
That's my
Yeah.
better.
I had them down as well.
So, and they're just, I don't know. They got that. Now the rookie quarterback's starting to look kind of good.
Oh, yeah. He's
So,
not terrible. I didn't think he was going to be that good, but I'm not a huge Sean Payton believer. Like, I
right.
think Drew Brees, I think it's kind of the Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, like Drew Brees, Sean Payton thing. I think it was more Brees than Sean Payton.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
A couple of teams I wanted to hit on. Their records say they're good or decent, but their fantasy numbers aren't great, and like they
right.
just don't really look that good. That's Buffalo and Kansas City. I know we touched on it with the
Yeah.
Mahomes out thing, but like Kansas City's 5-0. They don't look like a 5-0 team, and then Buffalo's 3-2. They even look worse than that.
Yes. Definitely.
But at the same time, I personally didn't have huge expectations for Buffalo just because they didn't have any receivers. So I guess
Until they get Devontae Adams.
it's true. Who do you think has the best chances at getting Devontae Adams right now?
I kind of want to say New York Jets.
That's my thought, just because of the Rodgers thing, and
Yep.
I could
Ron.
I could see that one happening more than the other one.
Yes, I can see Rodgers going in there and say, "Hey, give me another target to throw at. We'll fix this offense. Give me Devontae Adams."
Oh yeah, that'd be. Well, I don't know. It depends on if Rodgers actually still has it or not. 'Cause he was making some pretty shitty throws. You know, he always blames it on the receiver, but some of those
he was. So, so are we done with that segment?
If you want to be, cool.
Did you do your other not good?
Thought I did.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, either way, Miami is much worse than I thought, but that's also because I thought Tua would be there for more games than he has been.
I have a couple not good that I might. It's 49ers is one of them at 2-3.
I also had them down.
And I also got one that might piss you off, but the Eagles.
I thought about it, but I couldn't bring myself to do it.
But both of those teams are good enough to turn it around and look a lot better in 5 more games.
Yes.
Just putting those out there. Those are only on the list right now for 5 games.
Yeah.
And it's like,
on the Philly side, I hope that is the case.
I think it will be. It'll be fine.
Oh,
and then
another one. The Rams, if you didn't have it, I had down. I thought
yeah. So the NFC West is all on the not side, and Seattle's on the good side.
I did have them as better than I expected.
Yeah. I also have on a better Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah.
So that it's the whole question mark of Baker Mayfield, if he can continue to do what he did last year.
Yes. And I mean, so far so good, but I don't think he had a great week this week, did he?
No, he did not, but you know.
I mean, everybody's gonna have down weeks. Shit happens.
Right. So other than that, we're going to go to another news segment. Well, I guess it's not a news segment. This is kind of like a spin-off of our drink segment. And I'm going to be totally honest with everybody. I threw this together so fast. I didn't get really a chance to think about it like I normally do.
See,
So
so we're trading off. Like I half-assed it last week. You're
yeah.
half-assing it this week.
So this is breakfast foods. We're naming people of breakfast foods, and
Yep.
we will take turns with our first one. Like my first one is bacon, and that is Derrick Henry
Okay.
because he's just sizzling right now.
Nice.
He's a sizzling in the pan.
That's a good one.
So-
All right, I'll go with my first one here. And so one of my favorite breakfast meals is eggs Benedict. Like if I'm out at a restaurant, like I'm either getting biscuits and gravy, which I did not compare somebody to, kind of regretting that now, or I get eggs Benedict. It's my favorite. It's awesome every time. Even if you mess up the hollandaise, like it's still pretty good. It can have a downtime. Still very delicious. And that is Saquon Barkley. You can't go wrong with Saquon Barkley. You can't go wrong with eggs Benedict.
Nice. I have no other choice. My next one is Saquon Barkley,
Okay.
and I compare him to hash browns.
Okay.
Crunchy, crispy. They're a staple of the meal. Put a little hot sauce on him, give him a little spiciness, and he's just good. He's just very good. You know, you add him to a team like Philadelphia, makes them so much better. You add it to a plate of eggs and bacon and stuff, it makes it so much better. Now I'm getting hungry for that crap.
I am very hungry now. Thank you for that. That sounds delicious. I would love some Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley. Did you come up with somebody for eggs to complete this dish?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool, because I didn't. I did, however. I mentioned Jordan Mason being on this list earlier. Well, that's now. What I'm going to set it up with, if Christian McCaffrey were playing, he would probably be French toast. Because of the three staples, pancakes, waffles, French toast, my favorite is French toast. It's delicious. It's like eggs Benedict, but of the bread items. Well, Jordan Mason is French toast sticks. Because I'd prefer French toast. It's much better. But I guess the sticks are an okay option. They're not as good, but it's still French toast. That's why I'm going Jordan Mason.
And you could give the French toast sticks to your kids.
Yeah, they're great for everyone. But you would still I would rather have a plate of French toast. With
French toast.
Sugar berries. Like, I don't want to dip it in. But if I have to, and it still tastes like French toast.
Have you tried, speaking of French toast, have you had a French toast casserole before?
Yes, I have. Every time I've had it, it's always been a little too sweet.
Okay.
Like, I'm not a huge... I love sweets, but not typically when it comes to, like, breakfasty stuff. Like, I like a little bit of sweet, but not a ton.
It's definitely something you gotta worry about because you do put a lot of sweets in there. You gotta not put too much because you're putting in cinnamon and sugar and like brown sugar, and you can almost
bake things like it concentrates those flavors and
right.
caramelizes them, and gets.
And you gotta also make sure you set it overnight in your fridge. Let all that stuff marinate together. Because I've made it a couple times and I like the way I made it.
Nice.
So, but if you don't do it right,
really good ones. But like, I feel like it's one of those that's very easy to like overdo on the sweet.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But yeah, yours was French toast. Okay.
Yep.
Now onto the eggs of this All-American Slam. And that is Nico Collins.
Nice.
A good sunny side up eggs. Looks perfect on the plate until you break a yolk. And then he's out for 4 weeks.
If you were going to put in the injury or not.
And then the eggs are out for 4 weeks. No.
Yeah, currently when you transfer the egg and you break the yolk, in the transfer, like, sucks.
Yes, it does. Oh, the what's worse is when you crack the egg in there and the yolk just breaks.
Oh yeah, it just didn't have a chance the entire time.
I go with the pan over to the sink, dump, start over.
Yeah.
Okay, but eggs I picked because he's a very good complement to that team. One of the best wide receivers on the team, if not the best.
Oh yeah,
Unfortunately, he'll be out
at least 4 weeks.
at least 4 weeks.
Yep.
And I'm going to have to do some work to fix things up for him.
To find your egg substitute there.
Yep. I'm going to have to go to the farm and find me a new egg.
All right, my next one. I'm comparing this player to avocado toast. Okay. Here we go. See? Avocado toast. Delicious. But were you that excited about avocado toast the first time you heard about it?
No.
Or were you like, I don't know about this? Well, rookie quarterbacks, I'm like, he might not be that great. Well, freaking Jaden Daniels is the avocado toast because it's fantastic. Give me all the avocado toast and Jaden Daniels you can give me.
That is true. That is true. Avocado toast is delicious.
Yeah. And Jaden Daniels is like, I could be wrong on this, but I believe he's the number 2 quarterback right now.
So I had a fourth one.
I actually did too.
Okay. Because you can't have eggs, bacon, and hash browns without having the toast on the side.
Okay.
Yes, toast is an older item. People's been making toast with breakfast for a very long time. And it's still good. And my toast is Geno Smith.
Nice. Okay. I can see that.
You know, and it's not a staple. It's not big name.
Yeah.
But it's still good. It's still good with breakfast.
It's not necessary on the plate, but when it is, like,
yeah,
pretty good. Yeah, I get it.
It's one of those when you need it, you take a bite of it. It's like when need it, he throws the ball.
Yeah.
So that finishes my plate of food.
Yeah, I did not make a meal. I just went with random shit. This would actually be a very weird meal if you got all this together.
Well,
my last one is cream of wheat. A very old staple. Not everybody has it around. But when it is around, it gets the job done. It might not be your favorite thing. It might not be your first choice. But neither was Kareem Hunt. But things happened. And now he's filling in pretty good. He gets the job done. And Kareem Hunt is cream of wheat.
Nice. Cream of wheat. So you actually had pretty much a table of old person's food.
Hey, what old person is eating French toast sticks?
True.
That is child's food. And
grandkids are at the table too.
Children.
Okay, Eggs Benedict is the parents' food. French toast sticks is the kids. Avocado toast is that.
My kid loves avocado toast.
Hey,
so do I.
That could be a kid thing too. But that's kind of the health conscious female. And then the cream of wheat is the grandmother.
That is like, you got no teeth. You just need breakfast. Like, get something in you. Cream of wheat.
All righty. So let's see. I think we're at the end of our time.
No DraftKings this week?
We have just enough time for DraftKings. I am so sorry. So let's take a look at DraftKings for last week. I believe you have the information for that.
I do have that. So last week, there there was a difference of 1.28 points in our final scores.
Oh my gosh.
You came in with a big old 96.26. And it was just enough to lose to me and my 97.54.
Oh my God. No, you had to throw that just enough.
I had to throw you off a little bit.
Yeah, you did.
All right, so this week we did it again.
Yep.
We did the Thursday through Monday again. Want to do position back and forth just like we did last week?
Position back and forth. Let's do this.
All right, at quarterback, I have Jaden Daniels at $7,300. I'm all on the Jaden Daniels train right
There's
now.
your avocado toast.
Yeah, there we go. My quarterback is avocado toast.
Okay, my quarterback is for $6,200. Kirk Rivers Cousins.
I almost wrote down Rivers. I'm trying to keep track of these in my notes.
Oh man.
All right, my running backs. I'll just go with both of them, I guess. 6,300, I have Chuba Hubbard, and 6,000, I have Tony Pollard.
Nice. And my running backs, I spent high on my running backs. Saquon Barkley at 8,200, and Tyrone Tracy Jr. I think it's Tyrone. Yeah, it's pretty sure Tyrone. Heard his name enough on Sunday's game. At $5,700.
Okay. They spent up and then had to spend down a little bit.
Yeah. But I think he's going to get more time now.
Yeah. All right, wide receivers. I went with Chris Godwin at 6,900. Very nice. Terry McLaurin to go with Jaden Daniels at 6,400. And then with the Nico news, I actually went with Tank Adele at 6,200.
Oh, not bad. I kind of spent more down on my wide receivers. My first wide receiver at 6,700, DJ Moore.
Okay.
The second one is Ray Adunze, 5,200. The next one is Michael Wilson, 4,600 for Arizona.
You really spend down on those ones.
Yep. Well, Ray Adunze is playing Jacksonville.
That is true. But as we said earlier, DJ Moore is kind of...
Oh, that's right. They're both on the same team. Whatever.
Hey, we'll see, man.
We'll
How much
see.
was Michael Wilson again?
Michael Wilson? 46.
All right. Tight end. This is where I saved a lot of money. I went Foster Moreau at 2,900.
Nice.
My flex, I went with Darnell Mooney at 5,300. And then my defense, I also saved. I went with the Jets at 2,700.
Nice. Solid. Okay. My tight end, Jay Ferguson of Dallas for 5,000. Darius Slayton on my flex for 4,600. And the Pittsburgh Steelers defense for 3,700.
Very nice.
They're playing Las Vegas, so.
So this is the second time I did this lineup. The first time I originally did not have Tank Dell and Foster Moreau. I had Rashid Shaheed and Cade Otton, but then I forgot about Derek Carr. So I took Shaheed out of there and then had to switch some money around. So that's why I had to save some more money on the tight end to go up and get Dell. So.
Cool.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll see how it works.
Yeah, hopefully I'll go 3-0 on you. 'Cause I think this is the... Oh no, how many have we done?
You're 2-0.
Okay, so yeah, hopefully I will go 3-0.
Yeah.
I said that right.
Yeah, you said that right.
I just couldn't remember how many of these we did. Because I know we didn't start at week 1.
No, we didn't. We just started a couple of weeks ago. And I had $100 remaining.
Oh, okay.
I
think I went even with the whole Moreau Tank Dell thing.
I wanted to, But I couldn't find anybody I can actually change out that I like better than the ones I already had in there.
Yeah.
So I was like, $100, no big deal. I think last week I had like 200, 300. So, all righty. I think that's about wrap this up.
I think we got it.
Yep. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to check out our socials and emails and send us questions, comments. You don't have to give us comments. Just give us questions.
Just write something, okay?
Yeah, just give us, give us your fantasy questions. And like we said before, we're not experts, but we'll still answer them.
Yep.
I mean, come on. We know a little bit about fantasy football. I mean,
yeah, my overall record this year might not show that, but trust me, I'm better than my record shows right now.
Oh, yeah, and we'll probably do that next week. Take a look at our through 6 weeks. Take a look at our overall records of all our fantasy leagues.
See which leagues we're doomed and which ones we actually have a chance.
And how many leagues are you in?
Ooh, I am in, I think it's 8 leagues.
8, okay.
I'm in 8.
I'm in 7, I think.
Yeah. One was a very random one I did. I don't even think we did week 1. I think we drafted after week 1, but I still
okay.
it.
Cool. All righty. So everybody, thank you very much for listening to the Fantasy Tailgate podcast. No hesitation on that part. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah. See you guys.
Bye-bye now.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Tailgate podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe to help us continue to grow. Also, follow us on our socials and join us